Some people hold it in, but I let it out. Talking about farts. I made a whole show around it. Welcome to PodGas. I'm Bella Blast, and I'm a BBW who loves to explore fetishes. And today I'm joined by the fierce Heather Fatabulous. We are two BBWs talking about our bodies, our gas, and everything it takes to bring this fetish to life. From fart timing to food that hits too fast and sessions that go too far. If you love farts and you love the shape of BBWs, if you want the real side of the kink and straight from the women who actually build it and do it, fart fetish models, then yeah, you're in the right place. You're home. This is PodGas. Open, honest, all about farting. And there's no judgment here, just gas. I decided to do. I'm doing Gassy ASMR. I had somebody on TikTok recommend it because I was doing this raspy voice thing.
They banned me from TikTok. Like, the overlords over there on TikTok was like, absolutely not.
Let me just tell you this one thing. I've started to teach models, especially fart models, how to start and navigate this world. And fart models especially like have a better chance than say feet model on TikTok. And it's a huge, huge thing. Like I'm going viral right now for taking a shit on TikTok. Most of it's people who's just against it, saying how gross and how unclassy I am. But I don't give a fuck. It's getting me controversial, but it's getting me likes and it's getting me spread. So that's
They're probably telling you how disgusting you are as they're probably taking a shit on the toilet.
right?
On Twitter.
It's like,
telling you that's their business, why they're doing theirs, so fuck them.
It's the same thing with farts. It's like we fucking all do them, dude. Just don't get mad at me for profiting and making the world a little bit better for those that enjoy it as a fetish.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. When my mom very first found out that I was over here selling farts, she didn't know how to take it. And she's like, what if my friends find out? And I'm like, you tell your friends, my daughter gets paid to fart, your daughter's doing it for free.
Right, exactly. That's a good one. But I think that's a big thing. Like I told you about that girl that's profiting off YouTube. The PodGas, the whole reason I've done it is not necessarily like normalizing farts for girls or not like the video I sent to you about the girl movement and farts. It's not really about that. It's more about the fart fetish in itself and the people that love it and giving them a space to be able to enjoy it because it's such a taboo thing that even society, even themselves are having a hard time to be able to own it and discuss it, and I wanted them to have a space to feel more comfortable like we talked about,
Well, listen, I'm gonna be honest with you too. Like, if it wasn't a very cute boy who talked me into the very first time to fart on camera, I would have never ever thought I'd ever do anything like that because of everything that's so taboo.
It is so taboo, yeah. And it's associated with something gross in a sense. That's what our society has made it. But I think once I've owned it, it's better. I'll be honest. When I first started, I did a meeting with a foot guy, and it took me a while. By the way, if anybody's listening, I don't just meet with anybody. He met with me for like a year before I met with him, and I met with him with another two content creators. But regardless, he wanted a face sitting session with his feet session. And I remember him sending me the video, and I was like, some face sitting. And I was like, okay, I can get down with this. And then the last one was like farts. And I was like, whoa, you mean like you want this position, but not with the farts, right? And he was like, no, that's the best part. And I was like, oh, shit. So I was like, I don't know if I feel comfortable with this. It took me a while to get used to it. We didn't end up having the fart session, and that's just because he has a very particular sense of smell, which is so random for me. And he didn't want to, because this was my time of month. And he was like, I don't want to really do a fart session. So we just did a feet session. But regardless, I remember when I first did videos, and I was like, all right, I'm going to do a compilation, and I'm not going to show my face. I'm going to see how well it does. And it went really well. Let's just say that, and here I am. So I get it.
Oh, I don't know. I really do think about all the time doing like a meet and greet type thing, but my whole stranger danger issue is still very prevalent. But I do want to explore maybe in the future meeting with you, but it's gonna have to take a lot. It's like like I get a lot of requests for it, but I'm just like, I'm just
Yeah.
not gonna go meet some random person. Like,
Right.
you have to get to know me, and I have to feel comfortable with you, and our energy has to vibe because it's like we were talking about earlier. It is a very intimate experience you're about to
So
have,
intimate. Yeah. That's what I
and
always
if
tell.
you're
So when people ask me, do I meet? And I'm like, yeah, totally do. But this is my main thing. Is like, you're going to pay a lot of money for it. And I want it to be a good experience. I don't want you to waste your money. Now, I sure can take your money and have an awkward situation and be awkward because I'm putting my fucking shit all over you. And how many people have you ever met in your life and done 69 the very first time? Even if you've done like a one night stand, you don't do 69. It's too intimate for a stranger, right? I mean, you can have sex with them,
right,
but intimate of like that is it's a little much. You got to be a little bit more vibing with somebody. So I tell people all the time, I'm like, you know what I mean? It's all about, getting to know each other. And the thing is like, I don't have the time to get to know each other organically without being a session in a sense. So I offer like, if you do love my stuff and you do support me, purchase. And then I'll always give you extra time for us to vibe and get to know each other. And then it's fair for
exactly.
both of us.
Yeah. Here's the other thing too. Like, my main concern is that because it's going to be a pricey session, per se. Like, I always get what also stops me is like, what if you're not gassy then? You know what I mean? Like, I'd feel horrible if that one
Right.
time in my whole life during an hour and a half or 2 hour session is I don't fart, and then it's
Well,
just like,
Well, that's a good thing. And you know what? I know you said you don't really want to do, you don't watch the YouTubes, but when you're done with your sessions and you feel like you can, I do a whole episode about it, about how to make yourself fart. Well, it's actually how to make your girl fart to be able to get her to fart with you in the future and how you react to it. Because I think the biggest thing that I laid down for people is like, if you want your girlfriend to fart with you comfortably, you got to make it like the first time she farts with you, that you make it seem like, oh my God, that was the hottest thing I've ever seen. And you make it seem like your relationship has progressed to the point that it's, you're comfortable with each other to do that. And you say that you started a fart fetish that day. You don't say you ever had it before, because all the girls are going to have questions, just like you and I would have questions. If a guy came to us and says that we had BDSM kink, and you're like, oh shit, well, how much do you know? Like, are we talking about ropes? Are we talking about how long? You know what I mean? You have all these questions. So
yeah,
when it comes to the
exactly.
fetish, like, you pretend you started with your girlfriend. And then therefore, she'll be like, oh, he thinks it's hot when I fart. Like, this is great. And she'll fart around you all the time. But the thing is like, if you want to plan this and this reaction to make this happen, how do you get her to fart, right? Right. So the biggest thing I always do is I don't do I don't do video calls that much, because that's a problem. You're getting like a 5 minute call. How am I supposed to fart in 5 minutes? Now that's tricky.
That's
Okay.
that's another one for me too. Like, I don't want to waste my time, your time, or your money. You know what I mean? Like, I
Well,
legitimately
yeah. So what I
want to
always
make
do
sure
is I'm like, look,
you're happy.
I question them. I'm like, as soon as they ask me, I'm like, look, if I have a 5 minute, 10 minute call with you and I don't fart, what would you want to do? And it depends on their reaction on if I do it or not. Because if they're cool
I
about it,
think
like, oh, we'll
that's
just go to an app
actually
session or whatever, then I'll do it. But
that's
if they're
actually
like,
a
oh, I
really
want a
good idea.
reimbursement, then I'm like, no, that's not fair for me and my time.
Exactly.
I can't say what
That's
my
like
body
a really good
produces.
idea.
But see, the problem is that my last episode was about, fake farts versus natural farts. And both me and you
Hmm.
are natural. And it is much harder to control our body. We all know that. We don't have control of
Yeah.
our bodies in that sense, unless what we put in it, right? So
Yep.
the stuff I have is like, gummies and Inulin. And you have about a 3 hour window. So if you ever want to do a session with me, that was what we would do, is a combination of that. And you can't do too much, because then you have the shits the whole session, right? So it's
Oh,
like you
that's
got
why
to.
you were telling me sugar-free gummies, right? Isn't sugar-free
Yeah,
gummies
sugar-free
like
gummies,
that?
but it's a certain ingredient. It's a certain ingredient. And so I can guarantee that within 1 to 3 hours after that, you will fart. And you'll have a good amount of farts. Like, you can see my videos. Like, I fart back to back sometimes.
Yeah.
But you have to learn how to see what your body does. Now, if we were going to do it, I would teach you how to do it and monitor that, because what works for me might not work for you and your body type. It's all about your body,
Right.
and it's how it naturally digests and breaks it down. So sugar-free gummies and that ingredient in it, basically, your body cannot break down. It cannot produce it. So it gives you gas because it's not breaking it down. This is horrible
Mm-hmm.
for you. Like, all that shit's horrible for you. Like splinter and all that stuff. Oh my God. It's so bad for you because of that. Your body cannot break it down. And some people on sugar-free stuff all the time, they're farting like crazy. Having the shits on
Right.
them.
Hmm.
But anyways, and then
Well,
Inulin is a great one too. It's made out of chicory root. and it just produces more gas in your body. It doesn't unhealthily not break down like sugar-free gummies. Sugar-free gummies are more of an instant thing, like you guarantee within an hour. But the Inulin is more natural, depending on how much dosage you take. And it's a little bit longer. Sometimes it can take 3 to 5 hours, But that's my
Yeah.
favorite one because I don't want to hurt my body. Not for content.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
No, I
Right?
agree.
Our bodies are our temples. And that's another big thing, girl. Anal, I don't do any anal content. Because I don't want my farts to sound different. You know what I mean? I don't
Well,
want
I
shit to
didn't
be
actually
loose.
think of that. That's actually hilarious that you say that. I've never thought about that, but that's fucking hilarious.
It is. Like, I
That is
always tell people, I would do anal because I got
hilarious.
this ass. They always want to do anal or something. I'm like, nope. Nothing goes
Oh
up
my god,
there.
that's probably my most requested thing. I'm like, you're not gonna rearrange the way I walk. No, thank you. Some of these fucking guys have their members are so big.
Mm.
I'm like, I look at it, and I'm like, no way. There's no way. Who the hell can take that? For one, who would want to take it, and three, did it come with its own birth certificate? Like, where did you find that at?
Where'd you find it at? They were born with a bitch.
I mean,
You're funny.
it looks like their mom's got raped by an elephant. They're so big, and I'm just like, who is taking this and why? Like, I mean, hey, your body, your choice. You're gonna, not unless you've got a wheelchair service that comes with it afterwards, because I don't know how I'm walking out to my truck.
There's a
I'm
whole way
trying
about
to
anal. I have learned that
way off of fart topic somehow.
there's like a certain way you do it, and you don't insert it like straight in. There's so many different ways. It's a very central thing. Like, it's very fucking good. I'll be honest with you, but it's not something I'm risking for my content. Like, I just don't do it. So yeah, and
That's
there's
too
no dildo in
funny.
the world that would not hurt. So I get you. So anyways, yeah, I don't do anything that upsets with my stuff. So you guys, I don't think you understand how much I do for you guys. No anal, forcing my body to not break down things. Like, I do it all for you guys. um, so I think one of the things that I love, so I started off, did you start straight into farts or did you start in another content?
I just came in with all this ass and a personality, and I just kind of just threw it out there and see what stuck. And I mean, I have always been a gassy lassie, that's for sure. And I figured, I mean, if I'm up for it anyway, I might as well get paid for it.
Right. I
And
started
here we
off the same
are. I
thing.
mean,
I tried to
I,
do,
like, I mean, I'm an attention whore per se, so I don't know.
so I started out too, like with OnlyFans, and I tried to do it just on booty, and it didn't go very far. It really didn't. And I'm not a big sexual person where it says, oh, I'm sexual, but again, it's more of like, I like a connection. So it's not as enjoyable. So why the fuck am I going to do it,
Right.
So it's like, how do you do anything with just your ass and nothing sexual, right? So I started off with feet. Actually, I gave up on it, and I was selling shoes, these orange shoes on Poshmark, and this guy was like, I want to pay you money. I want to see you put them in, put your foot in it. And I'll buy one shoe. I was like, I threw away these shoes, and I was like, oh, I have these really good shoes, but I lost one. He's like, I'll pay for the one shoe. And I was like, okay. So that's how I got started in the foot content, and it just kind of escalated there. Actually, feet content is really hard to get into. There's a lot of people that do it. And, at first I didn't show my face, and that, of course, didn't get me far. But what got me into it is I do foot art, where I can literally paint on my foot and do like names and stuff. So I would get all the people that were, because in foot world, there's a lot of guys out there that want attention too, and they want attention from the girls. So they'll do, promotions and stuff like that, where they'll do threads and, to be featured on it and things like that, to be, shout out, all that stuff. Like, some people even try to charge you with it. I got charged when I first started too. I started on the foot world, and I'm gonna tell you, it's a whole different world. I'll say the girls are very nice. I've made a great connection. I have a great community there. Like how I started with us, trying to do it with the fart worlds, and we have like, what, 3 people in there? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's just not easy to connect with the girls in this market, which is a whole
Yeah.
other episode. But over there, the foot world, the girls are really nice, and they really do want to connect. A lot of them, so I think the probability is higher. There's a lot of findom though, which I'm not a big fan of. And I would say with the guys, like, you get compliments, sure, but they're not there for your body. They're not there for your ass. They're there for your feet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I came over here into the fart world, I had a lot of issues with like the way my body was or how I felt about it. And I remember going on OnlyFans, and I was talking to this guy, And I was like, I'm feeling really fat. I feel this and that. And he was like, look, how many fans do you have? I think at that time I maybe have like 30 or 40. He's like, there's 30 or 40 people that are willing to pay to see your body because they love it. It's not because you're ugly. Obviously, you have a good body. He was like, but this is what I'm going to break down to you. He was like, you have this proportion to it. Where like, other girls that are your weight, your size, your height are going to have more of a belly or more of not of a shape. But you actually have a shape. And he like made me feel differently about it that day. And so there I was like, what I mean? Let me see. And I was intentional where I'm a very, praise. I like praise, right? And,
Oh, I have a huge praise kink.
me too.
Woo!
So then I reached out to all my fans and I'm like, look, what I mean? What's your favorite body part? And my best selling content and the one that fans really love the most is my belly. And you think it's my
I
butt, but it's my belly.
I have quite a few belly lovers too, and I blows my mind because I'm just like
It's my least
I
favorite part, right?
I it's mine. Well, yeah, it's definitely mine.
Mm-hmm.
But I was for sure that because I mean I've got such a big fucking ass.
Right.
I figured that's really what it would be about. And
Right. And I mean, you're here for farts. You're not here for bellies. I mean, I guess bellies can boost the farts, right? But yeah, there's a lot of belly lovers. And,
yeah,
I think between, the belly, like I fell in love with my belly, my shape, and other things about my body and myself that I never would have loved, until I met this community. And you know what another big thing is, and probably the most selling content that I never really realized that I don't produce a lot of, is candid farts. People just love you natural state, naturally who you are, not bringing sexual attention to it, just naturally farting.
oh, just like I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Like
you can.
not a
Like you're
whole
just sitting
state.
there on the bed and you're not looking
Yeah,
directly at the camera or nothing, and you're just farting, and people fucking love that. It's the most selling
yeah,
one. It's the most selling, going viral. Like 2 viral videos that hit over 1 million, 2 million is always going to be literally I'm just sitting in the bathroom and it echoes, so that's great. And I just fart, you know what I mean? And I don't bring any attention to it. I don't say nothing. I fucking
yeah.
love that shit.
That's yeah. The ones that where I'm sitting in the chair and you just see my ass are my most viewed on Twitter for
Right,
sure.
I know, right? So, I think that's where another thing came in, is like how I've like accepted who I was as a BBW and like my body type and everything else like that. But have you not noticed that, like, I don't know if it's just because we are BBWs, but the majority of the women here are typically a bit heavier. And I think most of the guys I ever talk to always prefer BBW.
Oh, for sure. But what it is, I've had this conversation with quite a few people now throughout the past couple of years that I've been on Twitter being an online hoe, where I think that they've always been attracted to bigger girls with society and, their surroundings dictate, they date the thinner, more popular version of what everybody seems or deems as normal, but they always have an affinity for big girls, so that's why their marriages usually don't end up working out because they're not sexually compatible in some kind of way
It's
where
funny, yeah, because
they
when I was
have
growing
like
up,
the perfect trophy wife
yeah.
scenario,
Have you always
but
been a BBW?
meanwhile, have what?
Have you always been a BBW?
Well, I've always been big. Yeah, I mean, I've gotten a lot bigger as I got older, but like I was probably in high school. I was 6 foot tall. I think in like fifth grade, and I'd
Yeah.
say that's as tall as I've gotten is 6 foot. But in high school, I averaged right around 200 pounds. And then when I
What
got out of
size was
high
that
school,
pants?
huh?
What size pants was that?
18.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
So, and then when I got out of high school and started making big girl money and I could buy big girl food, it was all downhill from there because food's always been my drug of choice. So,
When I was
I,
growing up, I think we're the
that's
same
all
age.
I'll have
Like
to do.
they didn't even have like pants and clothing for our size. You know what I'm saying?
No, we had to go to Lane Bryant, and Lane Bryant had horrible choices, and still does,
Hmm.
by the way. I hate Lane Bryant.
Yeah, I sell clothes, by the way, and I sell for plus size women. I sell dresses with pockets because I think it's something we should all have as women, is pockets, man. I don't know why men get all the pockets and we don't get shit. But regardless, I sell plus size clothes, and I think it's a big deal. Like I think now, because we have so many choices, it's nice. We go to our closet and we're like, oh, what cute things can we wear today? Instead of like, oh my God, this doesn't fit. Oh my God, this is not going to fit, because nothing ever fit us. Nothing ever really was designed for a body type. The first pants that ever fit me, and barely even fit me, were apple bottom jeans. That was the first time it ever became for a plus size woman.
You know what? I was already too big for apple bottom jeans when they came out for plus size women.
No, I know, me too. But I mean, well, they didn't fit my ass right. It's funny because they're made for big asses, but they didn't fit my ass right. I don't think it was made by women with big asses. Let me just say that. They kept
No.
falling down and shit. I fucking hate jeans because they always fall down.
Well, that's why I like Torts, because Torts fits me the best.
So damn expensive. You gotta come over to my clothes that I sell because, girl, let me tell you, they fit so much better. You know, the first time I could actually wear stuff when I was younger was those big fucking pants. What are they called? UFOs or like the Jinkos? You remember those?
Oh, I never got into that. I know what you're talking about. I never got into
I
that
never was
that
into
kind
it.
of
It was just the only
skeeter.
clothes that fit me and look cute. Because I wear these little tiny tops and I can have these
Yeah.
big ass pants. And then, oh god, Old
Yeah.
Navy was the first pants I ever wore that were fitted.
I am.
So,
I don't even know what
so
to
you're
say.
saying about like guys that you talk to has always liked the BBWs. Continue with that. Like I think that is a big thing because society doesn't like really. It's just like farts, right? Like we just don't accept it as a society. It wasn't until like what Kim Kardashian came out with like these butt implants and all that shit.
Well, right. Well, I think that's a lot of what it is. I think that they just grow up with what they like, but between Hollywood and their friends critiquing them for their choices, not wanting to be made fun of or whatever, not having the balls to be like, hey, look, I like a big girl.
Yeah.
They just go with the flow and get the trophy wife situation, and
So
then they're never really happy.
yeah, no, I think it's very true. I think it's just how society was done, and you like you said on the back of the mind, they always truly loved a girl with more figure and more of a shape, right? So I researched a lot of people
Yeah.
before this episode, just looking at different sizes of girls and the way their farts sound. And I think that's a big deal when it comes to BBWs and farts is the sound, in my opinion. It could be other things, but
Oh
the sound is
yeah.
way different, in my opinion.
Oh, for sure. Well, yeah, because if you've got a skinny girl with no ass cheeks, it's going to definitely
More
sound
airy, but
different.
that's another thing too.
Reverberating through 3 or 4 inches of ass meat to get out. You know what I mean?
No, girl, do you know, oh my god. So I have bubbly farts, right? So I literally have bubbles in my crack. Do you ever have that?
Oh yeah, but my best thing is when they kind of go to the front and you get a little tickle in your lady parts.
Oh, my ass is so big, I don't get that as
And
much,
I
but
don't
I
think
know
enough
exactly what you
girls
feel.
talk about that. I don't think girls talk about that enough. And when guys find out that that happens, they're either so turned on or they're mortified. But I'm here, let's normalize the fart bubbles when they escape to the front and you get a little
I love that
tickle
tickle.
and your day gets a little bit
I
better.
fucking love that tickle. I used to have that, with my ass was a little bit smaller, and that's funny. I would love that tickle more often. Can you maneuver it? Are you able to maneuver it to make your bubbles go forward?
If I'm sitting down, I can, but if I'm walking,
Yeah, they
not
go up, right?
really.
Yeah, I stand a lot, and
Yeah.
yeah, so I think it's funny because I'll literally fart and I'll have this bubble go up and it gets stuck, and like I wiggle it out and then it'll come out. Like, it's funny to me that they
Yeah.
literally are bubbles.
I, they really are. It's
It's
hilarious.
hilarious to me too. I fucking love it.
Have you ever put like baby powder on your ass and farted to see how
So I've
how
tried.
far the baby powder
It's kind of like
goes?
the fart pouches that I do. I have a really hard time reaching, like my butt. It's so big. Like I have a hard time getting like to my asshole. So I can't put the baby powder on it. So I ended up struggling one day trying to do the baby powder. I ended up putting it all over my fucking toilet seat and just sitting on it to be able to get it on my ass crack, like my ass, my asshole. Like I just have a really hard time getting down there. Like same with I could never do a fart jar. I never could. I had the ones with a little lid to try to like hold it down there. But now I do the fart pouches because they have a funnel and I put a funnel over the fart pouch and then I can actually reach it.
That's fucking
Yeah, yeah.
genius.
I know you used to me that one time with the
I like
water, the
this.
bath or whatever. I just don't take baths like that. Literally, I get stuck in the bath, like my thighs. Like I just not comfortable in the bath.
Yeah, I did the baby powder one, and I was amazed how the trajectory and how baby powder
You know,
plume
it's good money,
that
girl. You should sell
happens.
that. That's good publicity. People love to see that because you can actually see the amount of pressure. You can see the amount of like how much pressure and like how much fart you have. And that's amazing. You should totally market that. I can't do it, but you should do it. I think
Well,
it's fun to do that.
I had to call in, if I'm gonna be honest, I had to call in reinforcements to help me.
Oh, okay.
It is. It's a lot to. It was all hands on deck
Yeah, see, if I
situation.
had some friends or something, I could see myself doing that. Like, pour the baby powder in my asshole. Let me spread those cheeks. And I have such a hard time spreading my cheeks too. Like, spread those cheeks. Get in the asshole. Because the further you get it
Get
close
up
to your
in there.
asshole, the more it
If
comes
you
out.
were.
That's how you get that big old blast.
Oh,
Did you have to spread your cheeks and have somebody pour baby powder in your asshole? Yep, yep,
yeah.
yep.
I mean, between that and sugar-free gummy bears, we're gonna have a party.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, and that's the thing too. Like, I mean, I naturally fart too. Don't get me wrong. I think, but the biggest ones that I'm famous for is like the flappers and the huge bubbles and the gulpiness. That's always going to be kind of like done by whatever I eat, you know.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, I am a big fan of Taco Bell letting Taco Bell
do its thing.
do what it's going for. Yeah.
That's just kind of
I
expensive.
mean, a good old bean burrito from Taco Bell definitely set you off for a couple of good videos. That's
That's
for
funny.
sure.
You know, beans don't do it well for me. You know what does it well for me is always
Oh man.
milk-based products like pasta, and then hamburgers like meat, ground beef, meatloaf does it well for me.
For me, it's definitely peanut butter and jelly for
What?
sure. And then like any type of tomato, like spaghetti or any kind of tomato-based products. Oh god, yes.
What?
Peanut butter and jelly is hilarious.
Do you
Yes,
eat do you
like
eat
always
do you eat
say.
fruit?
Do I
Yeah,
eat
are you a big
fruit?
fruit eater? Because that definitely does it a lot. It has natural gas in it.
Yeah, I eat
The
a lot
sugar.
of apple and cantaloupe and
Yeah, apple
watermelon
does it
and
for you really good because it's actually like 80% air, so the gas gets stuck in it. But the natural sugars in fruit and the way it breaks down in your body. Like I eat kiwis, I eat strawberries really do it for me. I love blackberries, dude. I have blackberries all the time. All that shit gives me gas.
I am I often think too, like if I were doing a meet and greet type situation, like what if somebody's like I eat a peanut butter and jelly sandwich to prepare, and like they're allergic to
Shut
nuts,
up.
and they get a blast of
Shut
peanut
up.
fart
You have peanut butter in your
that
fart?
kills them. What? Well, I mean, the nut does. I don't know how far that shit travels. Like, it legitimately is a concern that I have thought about. Like, for
Wait,
real,
I
like,
need you to tell me
because
your nut
peanut butter makes
allergies
me
before I go to session with you. That's funny. No, babe, I don't think
well,
particles
but
of
I think that's.
fucking peanut butter.
I mean, it's not a bad idea. Can you imagine that being an NCIS special where this guy dies because he was enjoying Fist of the Feast but had a nut allergy and the girl ate a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? Like, I am
Oh
too
my
big to go to
god.
prison.
Now, you
That's
know
what
what?
I
That can
even
happen with
explain to them.
scat. I
Oh,
think that
yeah, no,
actually happens
no,
with
no.
scat.
Yeah.
But I don't think it happens with farts. But that would be hilarious. That would be hilarious. Very
That
hilarious.
would be hilarious.
I think it would be so taboo that they wouldn't even air that, though. But I think it's funny as fuck to think about. We should do an episode like
But,
that.
oh, where the guy has a peanut allergy and
Yeah, like it's just something
he
that's like
flies
totally off the
into the
random like
face
that.
with some peanut butter farts.
Peanut butter farts.
God,
Yeah,
that
that's
would be
so funny.
hilarious. Yeah, that'd be hilarious.
But we won't have him die, of course. We'll have him be in the hospital or something, or need an EpiPen or something. You know what I'm saying? But that's hilarious.
Yeah.
That's funny as hell. I never thought about that. So I'm doing a spoof right now. I can't wait to do it. I'm waiting to get out of customs. But there's this little girl, and she went famous maybe like 6 years ago, where she's in her closet and she's like, "What do I wear? What do I wear?" And then she farts, right? And she goes, "Did you hear that? I'm scared." Like it was a ghost, right? I think it's hilarious to me. So I'm totally gonna do a little parody of that. I think it's hilarious. I laugh every time I see it.
Well, girl, you definitely are one of the hardest working ones out there because I give you your props. The way you do your videos and edit them, everything is amazing.
Thank you, babe. Yeah, it takes a lot of work. People don't
And,
realize it. That's why I have to quit my job.
yeah, it is a lot. It's a lot.
It is a lot, for real. I did it when I was working, but I'm redoing all those videos. Like for example, I just looked at my flapper video, and I didn't do a good edit because I wasn't paying attention. And that's another thing, yeah, I love my farts, and I can definitely tell the difference. But when I'm listening to the video over and over and over and over again to edit it, I don't know which fart is which fart, and sometimes they repeat because I don't realize So I just listened to that fart, because I listened to so many of them.
Yeah.
And the one thing I caught in there was first my cat, which is totally against clips for sale, but it was in there. But second one was I was yelling at my roommate, like, shut the fuck up, I have to fart, right? And then I fart. I'm like, oh my God, I didn't edit that out. Like, oh my God, I'm so embarrassed. But I didn't even realize I didn't edit it out because I didn't like really proof it. I was busy all the time,
Right.
But the thing is in this world, you have to stay consistent. You have to always produce more things. Yeah, you can take your time producing something, but you're not getting the fame and the money or the recognition that you need. You have to constantly do it. Clips for sale doesn't even show you if you don't post once or twice a week. It sucks, dude. It's a lot of work. So working a full-time job and doing it, that's more hard work in my opinion. So you're doing a great job. You're doing what you can. That's all you can do. And you have a hard job, like a really intense job, so more kudos to you.
Oh, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Look at us giving each other pretty stinks.
What, baby?
I said, look at us giving each other our pretty stinks.
Right, I know, right? That's funny. No, I think I think it's all a big deal. My biggest thing is like, I really want to be a coach. I really want to help people, especially in the fart world, to be able to be successful. Because the one thing that people don't realize is when it's a new girl, like she comes on the scene and she got some banging farts, people are going to go crazy over her. They're going to pay whatever money for her videos because there's none out there. There's none to see. They want to see it, right? And once that dies down, what happens, right? You're not going to get as much money unless you work twice as hard. And like most people leave because of that. Not even that, but you throw in people stealing your videos. You throw people, saying hatred stuff. I get hate mail all the time. Not having tough skin. I mean, learning that you have to constantly improve things and like, it's a big deal. Like there's so many factors when it comes to this type of work, from marketing to editing to fucking everything you do. It's a lot of work. Like even these sessions.
And then you've got to maintain customer relations basically with your fan base, because that's really, you do form connections and bonds.
But when you're starting out, you think, oh, I need to have tons of fans. That's not the case. You need to have a couple fans that are like really with you, that'll buy all your videos, that will support you, that do love you. And I think those are the type of fans that I want. I could have like literally 5 fans and I'd be okay. But when I first started out, I thought I needed 50, you know what I'm saying? And like, I think that's a big misconception too. But you've been in this world longer than I have, so you know, all these things. But if you didn't know these things, how would you feel when you first started? You know what I'm saying? It's lonely. It's hard.
I would have loved if there had been some kind of somewhere that had been like, took my hand and like just navigated it for me. But it is hard when you're out there just sink or swim type situation. Like,
and then these guys always wonder, like, what happened to these girls? What happened to this? And first of all, I will be honest with you. There's like 90% of men that are not going to buy your stuff. That's a big percentage.
Yeah, they just want your attention.
And I think people don't realize that. Like, yeah, you're going to give away tons of free stuff all the time. But you're going to attract the people that do support you and that do want to support you 100% and want you to stay in the community, so they will support you. Because people can steal your videos and do all that stuff, but if you're not getting the pay, if you're not getting the recognition, you're gone. Why would you stay in that world? Why would you work that hard to not get the pay? You know
exactly.
So, yeah, I mean, it's very hard. This business is very hard. And so I really want to guide girls that are new. So, guys, if you're out there listening, any new girl that you see that has those banging farts, send her my way. Because I think she needs help. I think it's important. Because otherwise she'll be gone in a couple weeks. Months.
Right. You're like everybody, it's very fart mother.
Yeah, I need a very fart mother. I like that. It's hard, dude. I remember when I started, I was about to give up maybe 8, 7, 9 months. If it wasn't for good fans that really love me and really support me. Like, I still had a fan yesterday. It's been with me for over a year. He's like, I don't understand why you're not the top 5 model. And I'm like, well, first of all, there's a lot of models out there too. And there's always going to be, and that's not the thing. There's always going to be great models, but it depends on what you like, right? So if a guy really likes, the candid farts, and this guy likes JOA farts, you're not going to have the same taste. So you're never going to be like the top 5 because there's no top 5s. It's different for everybody.
Well, that, and here's the other thing too. I think a lot of these girls on here have like probably sold their content to some kind of management firm and do not interact with their fan base like somebody like me and you do, like, because it's genuinely us that, like, if you come in my DMs, you're gonna get me answering you. It's not gonna be some management firm that's only programs to ask you questions to get money out of you. You know
Yeah,
what I
like
mean?
rip
Like,
you or whatever they call
I'm
it.
gonna talk to you like you're a human being. Like, if I'm gonna ask you personal questions because I'm nosy and I'm gonna find out who you
But
are.
so this is my biggest hard thing. I've been doing this for 3 years now. Well, 4 or 5 years with the feet. This is my hardest thing. I am the same way, and I love connections. I feel like it's so much nicer to bond with a fan and really get to know them and really build that relationship and that connection. But the problem is I have, especially in the fart world, because that's why I wanted to start this community. Another reason is because they don't feel comfortable. They feel like they have to embarrass. They have to shut it down. They get in a relationship. They can't look at the content anymore. Like whatever the case might be. I spend all this time building these relationships, and they're gone a month, a year, or whatever,
Yeah.
and it's exhausting almost because you have to do it all over again with somebody, and you kind of feel like, are they going to leave me? You know what I'm saying? It sucks to feel that way.
Yeah.
But I think I always try to tell people at the first when I start building that relationship, is like, look, I don't care why you leave. Like, I don't want to know why you leave. Just let me know that you are leaving. Just give me that same respect. That's all I ask for. Because it's so hard, the ghosting, and like, where'd they go? Are they okay? You know what I mean? Like, because you build a connection, you build a relationship. And that's what I think makes
Yeah,
it
no, you
fun.
really do.
Yeah.
There's quite a few that I feel that way
Yeah.
about. You know what I mean? Like, listen, we're all adults. Be an adult and be like, hey, listen, this isn't working out for me
And not
anymore.
even that. You don't have to
Gotta
hurt somebody's
go.
feelings. Just be like, look, I got to do something. Like, and I even told people, like, use a code word purple. And I'll know. Like, I'm sorry. I can't wait to see you again if you ever come back, kind of thing. But it's just nice knowing, you know. I mean,
So,
you're nosy like me. I want to know why, but I don't want them to feel the need to
yeah,
tell me why.
yeah, no, I understand that. But I feel like you really do after for so long because I have a few that have been with me now for years. And when somebody's been with you for that long, it's like you get to know who they are as really as a
Yeah.
person.
And then when they go, it's even harder. It's not like the guy that is a whale or they throw that money at you and they're gone in a week because he can't afford that, right? It's
Right?
like a guy. He doesn't have to buy my stuff all the time, but he does support me. Like once a month or something, he buys my stuff, and it's not because he's supporting me. Really, it's because he really enjoys it, and that's what I want. I want you to enjoy it. It's not about supporting me in that sense. I mean, yes, of course, buy it from me directly than buying it through these sites that I pay 60% to, because it really does hurt me. I hate, like right now, my long farts compilation. I posted it to come to me directly because I thought it was so good. And I didn't get one sale. Not one fucking sale, dude. Not one. And then I post on these flip sites and I'm getting tons, which is great. But I'm losing so much money from it. I think I make like $8 or $7 every time I sell one, and I have it priced at like 15. And it just hurts. So it sucks. So that would be more of like the supporting your models is going to them directly, and maybe getting something that you wouldn't. Like I'm very big on sensory. I love audio, and I love smells. So I think it's really important. Like when I have a fan that really does love me and they're obsessed with me or whatever, I'm like, you need to get a fart pouch. You need to know what it smells like when you're listening to my farts or seeing my farts. Like get the whole, like I know you sell underwear too, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a big deal,
Yep.
right? I think it's good to have the whole sensory
Yeah.
aspect of it.
I sell. On all honesty, I sell way more than I ever thought I would.
Really?
I did never thought that they would be. Yeah,
Not really.
I have quite a few peony lovers out there.
Do they just find you, or how that work?
Well, I advertise it,
I
so that's one, and then two, like I a lot of guys just
Well,
ask.
that's what I
Yeah,
thought
I
too.
don't know. It's not like I advertise it a lot,
I
but
never consume.
I sell quite a few pairs of panties.
Yeah, I mean, Melissa does too. I talked to her too. She does a lot more stuff, and I always wanted to give people I really want like I said, build that connection. I would love to make care packages and stuff, like just surprise you with like random things that I thought about you I really like that. Um,
I know. I love doing that type of shit too.
yeah, I really
I love
do.
that. I love to have that connection.
It's an
Yeah.
experience. It's different than just
I know. It's
virtual.
like, yeah.
I want more of that. I need to
Well,
advertise it more.
I
And that's the big thing we talk
yeah.
about. It's so hard. There's the marketing, right? Not only do you have to produce it, do you have to do all this stuff, but you have to market it too. Because if you don't, you don't get them. Like now, I'm not getting the sales because I'm not taking the time to do it. Because I have a million other things. Like I'm doing the fart model contest and I'm doing podcasts and all this other stuff. So it's like priorities and trying to balance it all.
No, yeah. Listen, but you're out there doing it, and still give you all your props because you seriously, I I don't have the time to do all that. But you do. You get out of it what you put into it. So you are definitely doing your thing. I'm so proud of
Thanks,
you.
babe. Yeah, I mean, I definitely couldn't have done this when I was working as much. It was hard. I was about to lose my
You,
shit, especially I was in the feet world too, and it was just I was spread too thin. But I'm very happy. But right now, I'm not making as much money as when I first started, and it's a lot that I don't put into it. I'll be honest, but I have to work really hard.
what's up, guys? How are y'all?
Hi, did you use your Hi.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I just did a second ago.
Okay. Do you want to do like a Q&A or thing?
Yeah, we can if you want to. I didn't realize. I don't know.
Are y'all gassy?
It's fine. What's
Are y'all
happening?
gassy right now or no?
Oh, not earlier, not right this second, but
True.
Nope, not gassy right now. I'm not doing anything. Not planning on doing it. I mean, I have natural gas. That's about it.
Right.
Definitely not like tons of them in an hour. No.
True.
nothing explosive.
Yeah, I think that's another big thing is that people think it's like I was telling about the last episode about like the pumping and like a lot of girls can do these video calls and stuff because they pump and you can produce more gas that way. And I get that. But with the natural, like we gotta take breaks. We can't be gassy all the time. I can't be a gas machine all the time. I'd fucking die. Plus my house would reek. I mean, it reeks already like bad between shoes and sweaty feet and fucking gas. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta have a break, you know? I have to always take breaks. And I take more breaks than I do work. So I'll take like 2 days off of not producing or making my body produce more gas so that it takes a break. It's more important. When I first started, I did it all the time to make content because I had so much overwhelming amount. And it really did hurt me. And it probably, like that girl, did you hear about that girl that was on the reality show? She sold all her farts in the jar, made all this money, and then she got all this medical problems. I
Yes,
don't
I
remember her
did.
name, but yeah, that shit fucks you up.
I did hear. Yeah, no, I did hear about it. Not kind of like on the same token, but how mad do you get when you just naturally like let out an amazing fart and you didn't
Yes,
catch it on
girl. Oh my
camera?
god, that's the worst part, man.
Oh,
And I can't record it all because I have no
the
memory on my
temper.
phone. I have so many farts and shits on my phone. I have no
Oh
memory.
God, me too. I'm on the same
Like
boat.
literally today, I let out another one because I was like, I don't even have memory to record this shit. Boop. And I was like, damn, that was really good. I hate it, dude. I hate it so
Um,
much. I've always like you
the
let it out and you're like, it's gonna be a little
temperature
one,
that I
right? And it's
have.
like this big ass one that should have been like recorded.
Uh,
You remember that little skit I
I'm
did where I
glad
was like,
you
let's put let's shout out a memory for that one fart we let loose.
right. God, I have such a temper tantrum when
Me
that happens.
too.
I get
Me
so
too. Yeah,
mad.
I totally do. My roommate gets all upset. He's like, "What's wrong?" I'm like, "I just farted and I didn't record it." He's like, "What the fuck, dude?" I'm like, "Yeah, I didn't record it, and it was so good."
No, well, anytime I can fart on my roommate, he goes running for the fucking hills. He acts like such a
They all
girl.
do.
He
Yeah, it's annoying to
screams
fart too, for sure.
and
That's another reason that I started the podcast is because there's so many people that don't. And that's why it's taboo, you know, because people don't. That's based on how they grew up or
well,
whatever. But yeah, it's disgusting to a lot of people.
I always tell them like, you have no idea how lucky you are. Do you know how many people have paid to
Yeah.
be in your position? Like,
Right.
shut the
I
fuck
know, right?
up.
And that's the thing too. And you think like after a while you get used to it. They don't get used to it. They never do. They roll their eyes still and like it's annoying.
Oh, goodness.
So tell me anything else that you want to talk about with the BBWs and farts?
Yeah, I guess we started that we were going to talk about the trials and tribulations of
Right.
being a big girl in this society, and then we just way went off
Well, that's why we're
track.
doing
But
this
that
before
happened.
we do the
We talked
show or we
about,
do the episode, right? Is to get it all out, and then
yeah,
we'll know like what we should focus on. Like we talked about a lot. No, I'm not gonna be honest. I'm not gonna remember it all. But I mean, we kind of have a better outline for it tomorrow when we're in
yeah.
front of the camera.
No, I mean it's definitely well, especially like for me, especially like if my hips are 82 inches, so like I can take out small children
Wow.
or beauty balance my way through a crowd very quickly.
Yep.
And I like if I'm going to a new restaurant I've never been to, I got to make sure like there's no arms on
Yep.
the sides of the
Yep.
chairs.
I hate
Or
that.
it can't be a booth
Yep.
situation if the table doesn't
Because then your stomach is
move.
in the
There's
table and you're like, yeah, it's gross. I hate it. Like that's why I said I can't do bathrooms.
yeah.
Like I literally suction in there. I can't get out.
Yep, same for me. Yep.
So I think that's the tribulation. Yeah, totally. I've been like that all my life, though, man. When I would be in school and you have all those desks and you have the narrow little desk aisle, and like people have stuff on their desk
Yeah.
and you just knock it over with your booty because you're tall too. Yeah, you just knock it
Yes.
over because your hips move.
Well, and then have you ever been in a restaurant trying to navigate through some
Yeah.
narrow spaces, knock somebody's drink over into their lap because your ass is so fucking
That's
big?
awful. I've never had that.
I can't. I've done that twice
Oh
in
my
my
god.
life.
I tripped a flight
So
attendant once
embarrassing.
because of it, and we had to wait for the plane for another flight attendant to come. So I know it.
Oh my
It's pretty bad.
god.
I think the worst is always a plane, and I just went on a bus. My God, you got luggage and bags on top of your hips. It's horrible.
I've never been on a
Oh,
plane,
it's so tight.
but I already know that I would have to buy 2 seats for sure.
That's bullshit because you still don't fit in it, right? It's not like the seat breaks down in the middle where the arm is. You know what I'm saying? You're just not crowding some other person. It's so bad. Yeah, I was on a train and I had to get through they put me in the wrong side of the car. I had to go through the whole thing with my luggage. Oh my God, nobody fucking helps you. The luggage is crazy. And then finally I was exhausted, dude, trying to do all this. I just sat at the booth, right? Oh my God, my stomach was over it. Like my ass, it was so tight. And I just got stuck in it, dude. Like I was just it took me a minute to get out of that fucking thing. So I think the small places are like that. I've never been able to ride a roller coaster since I was like 14.
Yeah, that's about 14, 15 is about when my roller coaster days were over
Yeah.
too. I went to Busch Gardens in Tampa, and I was able to ride everything. But the next time I went back, I wasn't able to
But do you
fit
know
in
how awful that
almost
is to sit there and wait for those lines for an hour? You know that feeling.
in the heat and the Florida fucking
Yep.
fuck you
The
heat.
heat.
Yeah,
And then you
no.
finally get on it, and everybody's watching you, not fit in it, and you have to get out and walk yourself out and wait for your
And
party.
you gotta do the walk
Yeah,
of
I fucking
shame.
hate that, dude.
Yeah,
Work.
it's so
It is
embarrassing. I
embarrassing.
know.
So, like, there's definitely tribulations from it. I think there's stuff for everything, but definitely, I don't think people realize. Like, I've done informative videos on my fan sites that I do on Telegram. Like, literally, I show them like I cannot reach my asshole. Like, I cannot reach it from this side or this side. Like, it's ridiculous. I have to use like special things. And then I talk about like when I like have my ass. Like, I'll literally put my towel and it'll just like hang on my ass. Like, it's like shove. It puts it in relations to like how big it is because people don't really realize unless I like sit on a toilet or something that they know the size of, then they can relate to how big my ass is.
Yeah.
So it's like really important.
Yeah.
Like I do that with my feet too. People don't realize until I put like a toilet paper or a bottle by my feet. They're like, "Oh shit, your feet are really big." Yeah, it is. And even if you do measurements, they don't know the measurements.
What size are your feet?
They grow. They're a size 12 now. They keep growing.
I'm 12, 13.
Wow.
So
Yeah. I just turned to a 12 last year.
yeah, if I had little feet, I would fall over. I've never ever been part of a cute girl's shoe. I've never had cute
No,
shoes. It's
never.
always been like
There'll be
guys.
nothing for size 12. Awful. And I had
No.
11s that were on the verge.
You know what I always thought of too, that I've never done this, but I've always thought it. I've always thought to call like a drag queen place
Oh, wow.
and ask them where they get their shoes from.
Never thought of that.
Like a call a drag queen bar and ask to talk to like ask where the models get their fucking shoes from.
Right?
And I've never done it.
That's true. I bet you there's stuff online. There's probably cross-dressers like websites for that.
Oh, I'm sure there's a ton of shit online.
You can make any kind of custom shoes and everything now.
Yeah.
Still, it's a lot of money for shoes. The thing about shoes is like, are they going to be comfortable? Are you going to buy this shit, custom make it, and you're not going to wear them because they don't fucking fit or they don't feel good?
Exactly.
It's a big gamble. Even with clothes, but I'd rather do clothes than feet.
Listen, I gotta depend on my feet to carry around this big fat ass. They are the real MVP, so they're gonna get.
No, it's your fucking
I'm
knees, babe. Your knees are the real ones.
So, dude, my left knee just turned 89 years old yesterday.
Mine too.
I don't even have it anymore.
No, I'm literally, my knees fucked up on my left side too yesterday.
I love when guys ask me to do customs and they're like, I want to see you twerk. I'm like, bitch, my fucking twerking knees were over 200 pounds ago.
I have a back injury and I can't even twerk at all. I've never been able to twerk.
twerk. I'm like, yeah, okay.
I can bounce.
If I bend over while I'm fucking twerking.
I can bounce and jiggle.
Yeah. I'll put. How about I put the camera on slow motion and we'll all pretend.
I love slow motion though, for real. Have you ever
Oh
done
man,
shake your ass like really fast and then put it on slow motion and it looks amazing?
it's one of my favorite things. I love watching it. I will watch it all day.
Me too,
Honestly,
right?
I fucking love
It's
it.
like so hypnotizing. You're like, oh my god, look at that jiggle, and like nobody really sees it that way. It doesn't sell that well, but I'm like, this is amazing. I watch this any day.
Well, no, what's funny to me too is some of these guys that have the nerve and the audacity to ask me to do skinny girl tricks. I'm like, come
The
on.
thing is, they
I
don't realize. You know what I
put my
mean?
ankles behind my head and fart. Stop it.
No, okay. Let me tell you the things that started when I was a foot model. My first custom. I'm not gonna lie. My first two customs. First one, I had to put my foot on a pan, like a pan you cook on, and season my foot and pretend like I was touching it with a fork that it was like done. It was juicy. Not joking. That was my first custom. My second custom was I was supposed to pretend that the blanket was eating me, and all you could see was my feet.
Well, you gotta get a lot of creative direction for that one.
I was like
I don't know
like a
how I
burrito.
would do that one.
And then like I talked to other girls that are foot communities. This one girl, her first custom was like she had to bounce on like one leg and say that her feet, like what she said the mantra was, like I don't know, something like I don't know, it was crazy, but like it's interesting the customs that I've gotten. And I'm now to the point where I
Yeah,
still do them if I don't like them, but
yeah.
sometimes they feel like a challenge. I'm like, let's do it. I like giantess because of that. It's a good challenge.
Yeah, some of them I'm just like, is this real life?
Like, what do you mean? Like, yeah. Are you just trying to see what I would say yes to, or like what we can do to? A lot of guys in the,
Sometimes I really feel like that.
a lot of the guys in the, what do I do? The curvage, like where they like, weight gain and all that stuff. They really like to see you put on like small clothes and like barely fit it and like come out of it. Like the Hulk style.
Oh, that's hilarious. I would love to do that.
Oh,
I've never had anybody ask me to do that.
Go to curvage. You just put a video up there, it'll sell. Guaranteed. Curvage is all about that. And you don't even have to do previews.
I love that. Huh.
So talk to me about that. I'll tell you about it.
Yeah, no, definitely have to look into
Because
that.
people love that stuff. Like my farts really don't sell as much. My feet don't sell at all. But everything about like eating and things like that, being gassy, normal stuff that you deal with every day, all the time, makes money. So. And people, that's what I'm saying. The same with the fart world is like, it's just everyday life that we just deal with. You never think about it, but people find it very attractive. And I think that's what I love about this community is because of it. Because they find it attractive. I'm like, oh, well, that is attractive because I see it now.
Yeah. The one thing, and then I did have somebody ask me for a custom to watch me put my seatbelt on, which was very easy and for me to accommodate. Because
it's funny. Yeah, I had somebody that paid me to wipe and watch like the next 20 times I've wiped. It's fascinating to people. I think it's.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's interesting. Because you don't think about it. This one guy, I'll tell you what. Don't ever make your car bounce. Okay. This one guy asked me for like 5 minutes to literally for half of it to shake the car and the next half of it bounce. Girl, that is so hard. I was out of breath. I was like, I'm just gonna move around the car because it bounces. Does it anyways, right? And I was like, my God, do it continuously for 5 minutes. I was. Oh my God, that was so much work. I was like, I'm never doing this again. Don't ask me. Like, it was so much work.
I gotta. Oh, yeah, no, I'm not doing that.
If they ever asked you, say no, because that was like, oh no. And then cranking, if you drive, I don't have a car right now, but I was number one in cranking for a long time. All it is acting like you're a damsel in distress, and your car doesn't start.
I love that too. That's so easy.
Yep. So all you got to take is the battery out. You know what you do, and then literally just pretend to crank it, and you're upset, and you're stuck somewhere, and bounce your titties, and you're good. That's good money. Cranking, you're bouncing, you're like that. It's hot today, girl. It's so hot. I don't know what it's like there.
I'm in South Florida, so yeah, no, I appreciate
AC right now.
the heat. Oh man,
so hot.
I don't understand why people come to this state. I swear to God, it's just one big human Walmart. That's all Florida is.
I'm about to eat this chocolate pie. Yeah, no, I mean, I actually want to go to Florida. Have you lived there all your life?
I was born and raised here. So if you come to Florida, we could definitely do some shit together for sure.
Well, I know, like, so, my cat passed away in August, and, like, that was the hardest thing for me, was traveling with him, and not because I couldn't take care of him
Yeah,
or nobody would take care of him. I fucking miss that dude. Like, he was my favorite thing in the world. Still is, and, God rest his
yeah.
soul. But, I'm like, that's the one thing I want to do before I get another cat, is, like, be able to travel more. So I think I could definitely make it happen, especially if I can find a friend in Florida or a fan to help support it. I would totally go. But I'm not going to do
Well, I
the
know
meet and
that
greeting.
well, I have quite a few people in South Florida alone that often like check in with me at least once a week to see if I'm doing sessions yet, and I'm just like, no, not yet, but I'll let you
Well,
know.
tell them that I will do it as long as it's like prepaid. I don't want to like do a deposit and like have them back out or anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I think it'd be good if I mean, I don't know.
Hmm.
We'll talk about it some other
Yeah.
time.
Okay.
We'll figure it out. It's definitely not off the table for sure. Like, I definitely can see myself doing it in the
Yeah.
future. But, like, there's a lot of things that gotta get hammered out
Yeah.
first.
I know we talked about that before.
So,
All right. Back on the subject. What
yeah.
are we doing for BBW? Anything else that we need to talk about that we should talk about on the show?
Um, well, we talked about. Oh, the one bigger girl. I don't even know. I think she might have been a rapper. The one bigger girl who tried to get in the Uber,
Mm-hmm.
and then the Uber guy denied her, and it was this big huge thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's a real fear of mine. Like, I often think, like, God forbid I ever have to like try and squeeze my fat ass in somebody's little Uber. Like, what the hell is gonna
Yeah, I'm
happen?
in
Like,
Uber now. That's how I get around.
I don't like. I don't.
A
I.
smart cars. Or,
I'm not.
not a smart car, but what do you call the little hybrids or whatever? It's so bad.
I'm telling you right now, I'm not fitting in a Toyota Prius.
Yeah, I've been in the.
They're gonna have to have like a super duty come get
You
me.
can pay for an extra car. That's the thing. The same with her. Like, you pay for a elite car. There's an option to pay for a bigger car.
Yeah, but somebody's definition of a bigger car and my definition can be completely different.
Well, you need your money back for that.
Because I'm also tall, and then I've got this big fat ass. So when I sit down, I'm like I need a lot of headroom,
I got you.
and I have long ass legs, so it's like
Yeah, it's
it's
the worst sitting behind a driver, right?
yeah, it's an issue. But I think about that all the time. Honestly, I'm just like, fuck, man. Thank God I don't have to have an Uber issue. But you know what else sucks too is like when you go to like the doctor's office and all the waiting chairs are from
Yep.
1982 and you can't fit
You
in
barely
them.
fit in them at all. Sometimes you just don't sit down, you just stand up. And then the worst part is then they put you on the scale instantly.
Oh, I always tell them absolutely
No.
not. I refuse to get on my doctor's scale. I'm like, listen, that thing does not weigh me.
Yeah.
It only goes up to 325 pounds. Let's not insult
Right.
me or
Right.
you.
So I tell them I don't want
We
to
all
look or
know
anything.
our
I'm like, don't fucking tell me.
doctor's Yeah, my doctor's been my primary for so long, I get away with murder
That's
there.
good.
I'm just like, I'm not getting on that fucking
Okay.
scale. We're not going to waste anybody else's
Mm-hmm.
time. I'm not fucking you in that scale. You're not going to ruin my day.
Pretty much, it will.
We're positive vibes only. We all know I'm fat. Let's keep it moving. My left knee's not ready to give out. I can't stand here anymore. Let's
Yeah.
go.
My left knee's so fucked up now. Like, literally, I just stand too much.
Oh,
I'm on my feet all the time, and, like, the weight cannot see it. So, that's another big thing. The discomfort. I think people don't understand that, too. I think when making customs, or what about, let's talk about panty wear.
oh, I love panties. Panties is my favorite thing to talk about. Let's do
How
it.
long do you wear them for?
Oh, when they're for purchase. So I sell my panties. They're 35 a piece plus shipping. So shipping is usually like 15. So let's say $50 a pair. I'll wear them for one day, and then while I'm wearing them, I like to send little videos and pictures throughout the
They only want
day.
one day?
No, I have never not only had them for one day. I will wear them up to 3 more days, but it's for $15
No, you
per
gotta do
day.
more than that. It's so high. It's so bad for you.
Yeah, I
Just to raise
don't. I
that.
won't do
I
more
think
than
anything over 2
$15.
days is really bad for you. Like, I try not to wear more than 3 days. But like, yeah, so anything over like 2 days, like I always charge more because it's just a danger. Like to my pussy's health. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you get your panties and all, but
Yeah.
then I'm fucking dealing with shit for months.
Right.
So it's just so bad for you. And then a lot of people don't want me to like shower and like do extra things. So no.
Oh, I'm showering. I don't give a fuck. I'm not taking. You don't have any kind of. You don't have the kind of money for me to bring yesterday's pussy in today. There's no amount of money that's in this place. I'm showering. Nope.
I do all kinds of stuff. I've masturbated. I've done wipes for them. I peed in them once. I didn't wear them after that.
I'll peed it. Yeah, I peed in them. I've wiped my ass with them. You know, done the whole thing. But yeah, no, they're quite popular.
And then like I pay extra early. I make them hair extra because I get the Skims, the Kim Kardashian ones, because they're so comfortable. Like thongs, you don't even fucking feel them. Babe, do you know? I saw a video right now because I've shit through the thongs. Didn't even remember they were on. Because I don't wear panties usually. And they're so comfortable. I didn't even know. I was like literally took a shit. I'm like looking at the video. I'm like, whoa, I do have panties on. Like, oh god.
No, I've never tried them. I don't know if she accommodates my size.
It goes up to 6X.
Does it really?
Yeah, it's pretty good. And even like I can fit into a 1X, dude. They stretch so much. They're really high up. Like they'll be perfect. Like sometimes I'm like, how do other girls without this ass have this? You know what I mean? Like they can't.
I didn't even realize they went up then. I would have to definitely try it out then.
And they're expensive. So I make them pay extra for the cost of them.
Well, yeah, I mean, if it was something like that, but most of the pennies I get are fairly reasonable, so I still am able to profit a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So
see, big girl panties are always more expensive.
That's the bullshit too. I mean, I get it. I understand more material, whatever, but I mean, there's sometimes it's a huge like discrepancy.
It is. It's so ridiculous. Oh my god. I haven't drank soda in a while. Excuse me, Gassy, I'm sorry. So panty wear, what else did we talk about? BBW things. Oh, like one of the things me and Melissa have talked about too is like, like we have rolls and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Hygiene, like you're talking about, is such a big deal.
Oh yeah, for sure. I am a very clean person. I'm not like, I don't know. I'm gonna make sure I like to be clean.
I got you.
That's one of the things.
I got you. This community, I mean, I don't really care about it as much. But that's a personal thing.
My own personal thing.
Of course. Do your farts really smell? Like a lot?
Oh my god, they smell horrible. Oh my god, sometimes they smell like, I don't know how to explain it other than they smell hot. Does that make sense?
Smell high?
Like, have you ever hot?
Oh yeah.
Like,
steamy.
You just smell hot.
Yeah.
And it's like, God, where did that come from?
Have you ever felt it and it like burns your cheeks?
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Yep, had that happen.
I've been having a lot more than usual, and it's not like a shart or whatever. Like I'm not shitting. There's no shit left over, but it like literally burns. Like I feel like I'm about to fart right now, and I know it's gonna burn because I've been holding it in this whole episode. Because I have a custom to do, and I'm not doing any tricks or anything to make myself fart come. I'm supposed to come. Make myself fart.
What is the worst too is that when you know you have to fart and you can feel it building and you know you've got some kind of like custom or something ready or just want to videotape it and you get all prepared, get the camera on, the whole 9 yards, and you just nothing fucking happens. And you're like, oh.
Yes, it pisses me off.
Yeah, like, oh, okay, we have stage fright now? That's what's happening?
Stage fright, for sure. Happens all the time, dude. And I think, like, at first, it was real straight, like, stage fright. Now I'm like, what's wrong with you, ass? Like, what's wrong with you? Like, is it because I held you in too long? You're pissed? And it still hurts, though.
Yeah, no, you still got all the pressure and everything. And then you'll move just a certain way, and then this big bullet train fart will come out of nowhere.
Yep, and then, of course, I bend over and it's gone. Like, I do that all the time where I go in the refrigerator and it's gone. I'm like, damn it.
Do you get the walking fart?
The what fart?
The walking fart?
I don't. I'm really good at holding them in, but I think it's hot. I think when I do dance or fart at the same time as doing that, it's really hot sounding.
I fart when I stand. I don't. Maybe it's because I'm older than you. I'm almost positive.
Like by like 5 years, yeah, I think.
I swear to God, once I hit 45, everything went downhill. I stand up and fart. I sit down, I fart. I roll over, I fart. I walk, I fart. Like I'm just like have a huge gas leak. Apparently, I fart just fart.
You're an old
I'm
fart.
just farting. Abs to the TV for real. And fart everywhere.
That's good though. You're a fart content creator. It just sucks when you're at work or you're in like things that you can't record it at, you know?
It's just working in my favor.
No, I know it doesn't at all. I've actually like sometimes I'll forget like when I was working like oh my god people don't like farts all the time, you know what I mean? Like I'm not used to people like liking and getting hot over me farting and you just let it rip and you're like fuck. I gotta be normal. I gotta be normal in society.
That's so. When I'm at my It's so bad my coworkers hate me. Like, because I'm so used to now just
Yep.
normalizing farting, and I just fart all over my office, and they fucking
Yep.
hate me. Oh my god. It's great.
Yep. I totally hear that. It happened to me too. I get it. And then it's embarrassing too. Like one time I was like doing this video and I was like doing car farts, right? And I was doing my lash appointment, okay? And like literally I have to hold my cheeks in, try not to fall asleep so I don't fart the entire time that I'm getting my lashes done because I feel so bad, right? And I literally held them in. I was in so much pain. And I recorded this video. I mean, this fart was amazing, dude. It smelled horrible. It was horrible. And next thing you know, I get this knock on my window. And I forgot something. It was like my wallet or something. And she was like, roll down the window. And I'm like, oh God. Like, it smells so bad. And then I was like, oh God, what do I do? What do I do? So I'm just looking at her, you know, not trying to roll down the window. So I opened the car door and she was like, instantly was like, ooh. Like, you can see it like hit her face.
I work with all men, and they have no problem addressing the fact that I am gassing them out. And they're like, damn it, man, what the hell did you fucking eat? Or, whatever commentary they have. And I'm just like, you're welcome. I was just like, normally I charge for that, so you're welcome.
Right? I do fart shout outs and you're going to get
That's
for free.
always my response. Exactly. I was like, enjoy it, smell it. I was like, how many people right now would be dying to eat it? Shut up.